Hey everybody, Alec here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the benefits of the Upwork Plus membership. I'm going to be talking about all the things it gives you and help you decide if it's worth it for you for $20. So the first thing it gives you is 100 connects per month. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that it replaces your free connects with 100 connects, but actually it gives you 100 connects on top of your free connects. So it's much better than a lot of people think. However, 100 connects, you can buy them separately for $15 instead of paying for the $20 for Freelancer Plus. So if you only want connects and maybe you're not interested in the rest of the benefits, maybe Freelancer Plus is not worth paying for, and maybe you should buy connects instead if you want more connects. So the second thing is that you get access to Upwork Chat Pro. Upwork Chat Pro is basically just ChatGPT. It's a version of ChatGPT. It's built by OpenAI, the company that made ChatGPT. It runs on the same technology that ChatGPT. It runs on GPT-4. The only difference is that it's trained on more data that Upwork has provided to it. So it knows more things than ChatGPT, and it knows more things related to what Upwork freelancers need, apparently. Of course, there's no way of really testing and comparing how much better it is. However, I feel like it's still a little bit of a benefit if you take into account all the other things that Freelancer Plus can give you. It's still like a small benefit that could help you decide that Freelancer Plus is worth it for you. However, I don't necessarily believe that if you already have paid for premium ChatGPT that this is going to be good for you, or even I'm not sure that this is going to be much better than normal ChatGPT. So yeah, it might be worth it for you, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested it. So next there is view competitors' bids on jobs. This is really good, but a lot of people use it badly. So what happens is a lot of people think that clients want to hire the cheapest freelancers, and they will look at what other freelancers charge, and they are going to try to charge a little bit lower, or not necessarily be the lowest, but be one of the lowest, because they think it's going to increase the chance that they get jobs. But it turns out that if you're over like the $25 an hour range, that clients actually start selecting more for trust and perception of value, and people associate high price with high value. So at that point, it turns out that most clients end up paying more than what the average freelancers offer their services for. So if you want to get high paying jobs, actually you need to use this functionality differently to position your pricing above average, not to be below average. So it really is good if you understand how pricing strategy works on Upwork, but be careful not to use it the wrong way. And at the same time, if you are trying to get jobs for $10 an hour, which I'm not sure you should probably try to charge less than your competitors if that's what you want. But for higher paying jobs, you actually want to be in above average range. So next, you have access to weekly office hours with Upwork coaches. It sounds really good, but it's actually pretty garbage. It's just basically streams where the Upwork coaches give you a presentation that's kind of like a mini course that's really boring. Like, they're really not good at presenting. And they let you ask questions in chat that they may or may not answer, and they really don't answer anybody. They answer some people, but they really don't answer everybody. So it's a tool that you could use for learning, but in my opinion, it's not as good as it sounds. Like, the way they sell it, they talk about it's like level up with weekly office hours with Upwork coaches. It's like, yeah, you can ask strategy questions, but you might not be answered. So next, there is exclusive access to the Freelancer Plus group, so that you can talk with other freelancers there and hopefully like give each other answers to your questions. But actually, you can already like ask questions on Upwork forums, and people are going to answer you anyway. So I'm not sure what's the point. But you know, if it sounds interesting for you, you can use it. Next, there's skip the line for Upwork skills certifications. Upwork skills certifications is they select some freelancers to see how, if they are qualified enough to receive a skill certification. They basically look if you are good enough to be certified by Upwork as a person with high skill. And basically some employers apparently use this as a way to determine which freelancers to hire, but I'm not sure how much it's really important. But also the other thing that you need to be aware of is that even if you do get Freelancer Plus, you might not be accepted into the skill certifications. It's still invite only, and even if you are in Freelancer Plus, it doesn't guarantee that you'll get access to skill certifications. And depending on your career and your skill set, they don't offer certifications for everything, so it might be absolutely worthless for you because maybe they don't even have certifications for your type of job. So there's that to keep in mind. A lot of these things, like, they sound good the way that they say it, but they're not, in my opinion, they're not really that good. Like the benefits, before we keep going on, so far the benefits are really like, yes, you get connects, or a decent amount of connects considering that you do get other things, but it's not really that much more worth it for your money than just buying straight up connects. However, viewing how competitors bid for a job can be interesting, and if you know how to use it, it might be, it's not that much better than getting like 33 more connects for the same amount of money, or whatever $20 gives you, but it's still something that maybe might be worth it for you. Next, there is to enjoy a 0% service fee when you bring new clients for Upwork. This is one of the benefits. Some freelancers want to have the opportunity to find clients outside of Upwork and bring them to Upwork. If that's you, Freelancer Plus does give you a lot of benefits. For example, you get the 0% service fee. However, this allows you to bring your clients from outside of Upwork to Upwork, so that without even having to pay a fee, you still get the benefit that you have Upwork payment protection and Upwork security and all those things. Like, it's easier to manage on Upwork your contracts for a lot of freelancers than to do it yourself. So this might be interesting for you, and by bringing your clients from outside and doing the jobs on there, you can keep building your credibility on Upwork by getting those 5-star reviews and increasing your job success score. So that might be interesting if you are the type of freelancers who does find clients outside of Upwork. Next, there's also the fact that you can, I'm skipping here a bit, but this is also related to finding clients outside of Upwork. You can change your profile URL. For example, a URL is basically, if you go on YouTube, my YouTube is youtube.com/AlecG. Alec G is my YouTube name, so I made this custom URL that allows people to find me. It makes a link that looks a lot better and easier to remember than just like youtube.com/ a bunch of gibberish, because it's just a random set of numbers and words. So if you want to find clients outside of Upwork, a custom URL can look professional and can be a good tool that you can use. But if you don't want to find clients outside of Upwork, there's really no benefit for having that. So then there's to keep your earnings private. It can be interesting for you if you have made the mistake of charging way too little in previous projects. The main benefit for that is if clients come to you and look at your profile and notice that you charge a good amount of money for a project, and that in the past you did a similar project for 50% less money, they're going to call you out on that, and they're going to ask you why, and they're going to ask you to do the project for a similar amount of money than back when you did it. And even if you just say, hey, I was starting out, I was trying to get my first reviews, and so they're still going to try to argue sometimes, and it might be difficult conversations, and keeping your earning private can make you avoid that. So if you've made the mistake of having a lot of cheap projects in the past, you can use that to help you. Also, you have it helps you, being a member of Freelancer Plus allows you to keep your profile active even when you take a break. That means that your profile is still discoverable in search results and you still get recommended. But this sounds really good, but it's actually really a bunch of garbage. The thing is, if I remember correctly, profile activity, the time it takes for your profile to no longer become active, if you can't find jobs on Upwork at all, it takes, I think, like 6 months for your profile to become inactive. So, at that point, like, you're supposed to be able to find at least one job in your first 6 months. Like, what's the point of buying Freelancer Plus to avoid getting inactive? Like, I think that's a bit dumb. But even then, like, if you get your first job after that, like, it takes, I think, 2 years before your profile becomes inactive. So why would you pay to keep your profile active when it takes 2 years? I think a lot of people think that your profile becomes private and inactive a lot faster than it actually does, and that's why they're trying to sell you on this benefit, which is really not a benefit for 99% of people, because almost no one are going to see their profiles become inactive, because it takes a long time for your profile to become private and inactive. So unless, like, it's been 6 months or a year and a half since you've had projects, like, I wouldn't use the Upwork Plus membership for that benefit. And yeah, so that's it. So whether or not it's worth paying for depends on whether or not you feel like the benefits are worth it for you, but also whether or not you feel like Upwork's paid plans and paid microtransactions can be worth it, because is it worth it, for example, compared to paying nothing? Depends. Is it worth it compared to buying connects straight up? Depends on whether or not the extra 33 connects you get, or 50 or whatever it is, are worth more to you than the access to Chat Pro, viewing competitors' bids, and the garbage weekly office hours that they give you, and the barely useful Freelancer Plus group, and the ability to have more, the ability to be able to bring clients from outside of Upwork with the 0% fee. But if you don't want to use those things, I don't know how much it's going to really be worth it for you compared to buying Connect straight up. And whether or not you want to be a free user or paid user, that's also a big question you want to ask yourself, because you don't have to be a paid user to find clients on Upwork. You don't get a lot of connects, but you can decide to also focus your strategy on building projects with Project Catalog instead of focusing your strategy on applying to jobs. And if you do build projects with Project Catalog, it makes it so that clients come to you, and so you don't have to pay connects to apply to jobs and get jobs. So it might be a good option for free users. And whether or not it works better than applying to jobs directly depends on your personality type, your skills, and I suppose also how much you feel emotional strain by applying to jobs versus creating sales pages. Because if it feels emotionally stressful for you to apply to jobs, well, you're going to want to do it less and you're going to procrastinate. So at that point, it decreases the value of this path to finding freelance jobs. So it's all things that you should consider. I think that if you're going to pay about $20 for Connect, might as well buy Freelancer Plus. For me, I think that viewing the competitors' bids is at least worth $5 a month. However, the rest of the benefits, unless you want to find clients from outside and bring them to Upwork, I'm not sure if they're really worth it. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it answered your question about the benefits of the Upwork Plus membership. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments, and subscribe, like, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care.